internet brings comic fans around the world into one comic book community. Comic creators and comic fans, tonight you are seen, heard, recognized. Because comics are for everyone. It's 8 p.m. Eastern, live from Miami, Florida, broadcasting around the world. This is the Not Near Mint Show. Welcome to the show, everybody. It's episode 160. This is the second week we're back. We're going on a little bit earlier. We're moving our time now to 9 o'clock p.m. because we have some friends. They go by the Low Grades, and they go streaming at 10 o'clock Eastern. So let's say hi to the entire group. Hey, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Yo, what's going on?
It's been a week. We had a hurricane roll through a good portion of the United States over last weekend and on through early in the week. Heart goes out to those out there in North Carolina, Georgia, down here in South Florida, or not South Florida, but Upper Florida. And it looks like this weekend and on through early next, we're going to have another system come through. So I hope everybody is prepared. And if you have your comics, you put them up a little bit high just in case there's any flooding. Otherwise, what's been new with you guys?
I had a long week. It was a tiring week, but as most of you guys know, that the Comics Curing Cancer is going on this week, and it's a good cause. Go in there and donate, or you could donate to Jen from Comics Will Break Your Heart. She is a community member who is suffering from cancer and getting treatments. She does not have health care. And so it would be nice to keep Jen reading. And so if you guys go to GoFundMe and type in Keep Jennifer Reading, you can go to her site and give to her directly. And I know she's been getting treatments, and it kind of takes a little bit out of her. So however you choose to give, that is your prerogative. But it helps the cause. So that's all I want to say about that. And other than that, I just want to share goofy books with my friends.
Goofy books are the way that we like going around here. Sometimes serious, sometimes all the different types. But what you wind up bringing to the show here are things that sometimes I never wind up seeing.
Ditto. And that's same for Miracleman too. So I think we all keep each other on our toes in terms of comic content.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Well, here's something I just learned tonight. I was trying to get this stream set up so that we could wind up having it play on Twitter. Sorry, I'm never going to call it X, but apparently I have to have a premium account for that. And until Elon decides to leave the platform or it gets taken over by receivership, I will not be giving him a dime.
Yeah, good choice. Good choice. Fuck Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Forever and ever.
He relies heavily on government subsidies and then proclaims that he's a self-made billionaire. He can go fuck himself because he's a fucking liar.
Now, why is it that people that are billionaires wind up having their hand outstretched the most, going, please, sir, can I have some more money?
They are the biggest welfare queens. Do your research. That's all.
Yeah, just ask the people that control Exxon, Chevron, Mobil, all those subsidies.
But
we need your money.
But we get hot and bothered about the $20,000 in student loan, per person, which is not good.
I heard that just got overturned. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we wind up having some of our 20-year obligations discharged because I wouldn't even know who to pay it to anymore.
Right.
Well,
anyway.
So who wants to start off showing some books? And hi, I see Christina Payne's in the house. Also, Sketchy Go Hands, welcome. Good to see you again. You left last year and you feel so much better now. Glad you guys are back. Thank you so much, Sketchy.
Good.
Sketchy Got Hands, not Sketchy Go Hands. Sketchy Go Hands is still a cool name, but it kind of sounds like they grab butts.
Now, around here, anybody that chimes in, as long as they're pretty good, we make them a moderator. So welcome,
right.
you are now a mod.
This is what I'll do. I'll show my first chunk. And I'm gonna take out a couple of these books because I didn't get them with this chunk, but that's okay. All right. So this chunk I got at oh my god, what do you call it? McKay's for $40 yesterday. It's like 13 books. Got a Captain Marvel 57.
Ooh.
I always
have a
pick
Captain
that
Marvel
up.
56 in your stack.
Beautiful.
Nice. But I always love a good Thor fight. Thor crossover, had to get it. I picked up Red Coat #1 a couple of weeks ago because people told me I should read it, so I did.
Good book.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun enough for me to be interested in 2. I'm looking for issues 2 and 3. I found issues 4 and 5 for $1.25 each at McKay's, because you should never heard that enough times. Are you in love with it, Jackson? Because I've only read 1 issue, so I can't say, I think it's a wild premise, but I just need to read more. I need more content. So there's that.
I just need them to be on time.
90 cents. A-Force 1.
Nice.
Books a Million variant.
Nice.
It's wild.
90 American cents?
90
like
American
Canadian?
cents.
Nice.
No, it's like Nico from the
pretty
Runaways.
good. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that, Jackson. I mean, it's better than that's pretty. Yeah, that's not bad. Black Panther 167. Turns out I actually have a copy of this and another copy of whatever. It's cool.
Is that Claw on the cover? Is that Claw?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
Claw.
Well, Claw and Black Panther, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like that.
I also found these for $2.95 each. First print of #2 and #4.
Nice.
And look, don't pay $5 if you can pay $2.95. Like, don't.
Too late. I order them FOC.
Don't. Just don't. Anyways, also this was $2.95.
What?
Yeah.
And Adam Hughes.
Yeah. And this was $2.95.
Oh, I love that cover. I have both of those.
This one was $3.50. I got
that one too.
Yeah.
They did a whole little run where Harley had homage covers to famous Batman covers.
I know.
Really good.
This, I'm not even a big Harley fan, but I bought it for $3.50.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's Frank Cho, bro, and it glows in the dark.
You know how hard it is for me as I'm putting together those to choose between Frank Cho or Amanda Connor. I go Frank Cho, but
depends on the cover.
It does depend on the cover.
And I found this one for $3.50.
Oh, that's a good deal.
Yeah, these are marked $9.99 on the back.
I bought that at $9.99, so good deal.
Yeah. So, all right, that'll be my first chunk. And that was my McKay's haul for $40. Do you think that was good or bad for 40?
Good haul for
that
$40.
Worth it.
Good haul for $40. Yeah,
that's not bad. I don't think.
Good haul.
All right.
Otherwise, you got a few books there, Miracleman.
I got a couple. I got a huge stack of new books, right? This week. I'm not going to show those off because it's it's just a ridiculous amount of books. So I'm just going to show you a couple. I'm just going to show you a couple new ones. And they might not even be like brand new, but they're pretty new.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm going to say this. Look, I get everybody on Earth. There's a lot of people who might have skipped this book because they saw it and they were like, events. Don't want to deal with that. It's not an event. It's a one-shot. Okay. It's an awesome one-shot. Really well done. Okay. Look, I know I'm a DC guy. Okay. I admit it. I know not everybody's into DC, but it was just a page turner, man. Loved it. And then you get to the centerfold, and it's so freaking cool in the centerfold. It was really good. If you're a DC fan, you probably bought this book already, but if you're a DC fan and didn't buy it yet, or didn't read it yet, get to this one fast. Because, oh man, it was so good. I loved it. I can't wait. I'm gonna buy all of these freaking books as they come out.
I mean, that's the first appearance essentially of all the characters that are coming out in their own books starting next week with the Absolute Batman.
Right. You guys remember our old friends Band of Bards?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the Bards, they're sticking around. They had this book come out. I think it came out like last week or the week before. I can't remember. I don't think it was this week. Big Guns, Stupid Rednecks. Okay. Now look. First of all, can you think of a more winning premise than that? But second of all, it's rednecks get taken into space and fight. Okay, it's pure fun. You should try it out. Help out a small publisher, a good publisher too. Their motto is "Comics doing good," and they mean it. So really check that one out. That was a ton of fun. Okay, so I went to a little place you guys may have heard of. Oh wait, I got one more new one. Hold on, one more new one I want to show you. This isn't brand new, but I didn't have an original. So
Can you tilt the camera up a little?
there we go. There we go. It's just too big for the camera. That's how big it is. It's too big. Look, it's too big.
Something for people out there to learn. If they have a whole bunch of these magazine size, they'll work if you put them almost like the way that you would put something in a bookshelf, but you have to put it facing spine up in a short box for magazines.
Look how beautiful that is.
They'll fit.
Nice.
Look at that cover. I've always wanted one of these. And look, I'm not going to pay the price that the original is. I'm not going to do it. And then so this week I went to a place. And that place was New York City. Now, it was for work, so I didn't buy a ton of comics. I didn't have a ton of time, but I did hit 2 shops. All right. The first shop was great. Great for me. Look, you guys know I love weird comics, right? And this is
Lady Rawhide.
Topps Comics Zorro line, where they first introduced Lady Rawhide.
That's where I remember Adam Hughes first time.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yep. But here's the thing. Other than maybe X-Files, okay, I've never touched any of the X-Files books, so I can't say the quality of those. Other than the X-Files run, if you see this logo right here on your back issues, it's probably worth picking up. And you're going to go, Topps. No, I'm serious. This is Satan's 6, Hellspawn. This is a Jack Kirby concept. See that? Look at that. All right, little guy. Jack Kirby, as we all know, king of comics. He worked with Topps. He created like a whole bunch of, it's probably stuff that he already had sitting in a filing drawer somewhere. But he went to Topps with a bunch of characters, and they were like, "But yeah, we'll print anything you want, Jack."
Yeah.
But another thing, this is the first. This is from the first series of Topps comics I ever bought. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. That's a Linsner. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that Linsner.
Wow.
How pretty that is. How pretty that is. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, for anybody who doesn't know the series, it was originally Xenozoic Tales, created by Mark Schultz. Schultz, right? Schultz. And it's a wild-ass premise. They even had astonishingly, this very small press comic and series and cartoonist had a Saturday morning cartoon in the 90s. That's where the Cadillacs and Dinosaurs came from, because they were like, we can't do Xenozoic Tales as a cartoon. None of these fucking kids are going to watch it. So Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. And there are Cadillacs and there are dinosaurs. And I highly recommend it. This year, not anything super special, but the last one I needed of that was pretty cool.
Okay.
It was pretty good. And then, I'm not quite done with my Adam Hughes Catwoman. That gets me a little closer.
It's tougher. It's tougher to find those.
It is. And this does, however, finish my Models Inc. run.
Oh, I've never seen that one.
Yeah, it's the last issue. There's a variant cover where it's a zombie girl on the cover, which I kind of want.
I've got the Tim Gunn variant.
Oh. There is Angel Love #1. I bet you everybody's seen this at one time or another in their back issue bins. It was more prevalent in the 90s. There was a ton of these. It was a DC book, but I don't think it sold really well. And probably because of the way it looks, right? It looks kind of cartoony. Doesn't look like what you'd normally expect from DC. Okay, but
Yeah.
what do you see on the cover there?
A cigarette.
Yeah. This looks very cartoony, but it is a super mature title. They deal with sex, drugs, addiction, alcoholism, life in the big city, abortion.
Oh wow!
It definitely wasn't Lady
All
Rock.
while looking like Archie.
All while look a little bit like Archie, a little bit like Archie.
A little bit, not a lot of bit, but a little bit.
And then
Just enough.
In
this
the same vein.
Supergirl Rebirth right there.
Oh, is that Adam Hughes? Yeah.
That's an Adam Hughes. Now the last couple. Oh, and then so these are the last three books that I got from this shop. Okay. And I don't even know which order to show them in. Well, I'm just gonna go. So I told you guys I was really getting into the undergrounds last couple of years here.
Yeah.
This is an R. Crumb
Very cool
comic, right? And it features, what every R. Crumb comic ever features: big, buxom women crushing men.
Yeah.
Listen, you know how we've always said in comics the artists or the creators thinly veiled fetish?
Yep.
R. Crumb never had it thinly veiled. It was wide out there, right?
You let me know.
Nuance wasn't his middle name.
No. Now, the next one I'm going to show you, it should be safe to show. But this book I was really excited to get my hands on. Okay. It's rough. Okay. It's rough.
Weird smut.
Weird Smut Comics. It's a $2 adult comic, which means, it's old because.
Who was the publisher?
All right, settle down.
Who was the publisher?
You know what? That's a jam. I don't even know. Hold on a second. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna find out.
Okay.
Find out
I
right now.
almost thought it would have been Kitchen Sink or Fantagraphics.
It is not. You would think. Published by John A. Moser.
I learned something today.
Jam. That's the jam. See right here it says. Jam.
Okay.
And somebody actually wrote jam.
Just so that they'd know.
I don't know if it was the creator or what. But look, here's why the publisher. Here's why I was excited. Look at the names on this book. Okay. First of all, they're all Leslie Sternberg did a lot of stuff with women's comics, worked with Trina Robbins a lot. Yeah. Bill Ward is the Golden Age creator who created Torchy, which was sexy good girl art in the 40s, right?
Nice.
And then S. Clay Wilson is probably one of like your top 5, maybe 10 underground creators of all time. This is literally a murderer's row of underground creators.
Very cool. And
the Bill Ward story, because I did read that, the Bill Ward story is filthy. It is filth. It is filth and foul filth. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. All right. Last book that I got from this place, and it was a toss-up which one I was most excited about, but I was really excited about this. You guys remember me showing you that book last week? That was a reprint of a superhero motorcycle rider. Remember that?
Yes.
PS Art Books.
Yeah.
I actually found the second issue while in New York.
Holy cow.
So this character, Hell Rider here, he was created by the co-creator of Ghost Rider. This was created in 1971. I think Ghost Rider was what, 1974, Rob? 1973.
Yeah, there was Ghost Rider 74, and then there was the Hell Rider right before that he had last week.
Right. So Hell Rider here, the creator of this character was the co-creator of Ghost Rider. So this is very much a prototype of the Ghost Rider character. He kind of has superpowers. They come and go. And then that's it for the back issues that I picked up. But I want to show you two more.
Okay.
These I got over this summer. and they're two of my favorite books that I got over the summer. Okay.
All right.
First of all, I ordered this directly from comics legend Paul Kupperberg
Damn.
off of the Twitters.
Oh, I got that too.
Did you get it too?
Yeah, like
Very
maybe a
cool.
year or two ago.
This is a 40-page black and white ash can edition. It was a commissioned story that Paul's brother Alan wrote, drew, and lettered.
That's so cool.
And it's a black and white, but it is a complete unique retelling of the origin of Captain Marvel. I don't know if he has any more, but I highly recommend. Oh crap! There's two others I wanted to show you.
I think they might be print to order, but he
might
has plenty on hand.
He might be. Now this one was my favorite pickup all summer, and I told you about this last week, lady.
Oh yeah, that's great. First print.
First print of It Ain't Me, Babe by
Beauty.
Trina Collins.
Robbins, I thought.
Robbins.
Yeah.
Collins is her maiden name.
Oh, okay.
Little known story, Trina Robbins, and I think all of us nowadays would know her as the kindly old comic lady. She did underground stuff before she went mainstream with Wonder Woman. First woman to draw Wonder Woman for DC. She did a lot of underground. She did the first all women's comics. She was one of the contributors on every issue of Women's Comics. Before she did comics, she was actually very much into the underground music scene of the 60s. Okay. And she actually made clothing for a lot of the hippie bands back in the 60s.
She was up in San Francisco for a while.
She was, underground comics come out of San Francisco.
Yep.
And she made clothes, and she was so well known in that community that eventually her name started getting dropped in songs. I think like Mama Cass
No shit.
wrote a song about her with her in it. Maybe it's not about her, but with her in it. And
That's
then
cool.
you go back a few years before that, and Trina Robbins, when she was still under the maiden name of Trina Collins, was actually a nude model.
Hot damn.
And showed up in men's magazines of the 50s.
I did not know that.
Yes, indeed. And in fact, next week, I might just have one of those to show you guys.
Oh, shoot.
Nice.
So something to look forward to. But so that was my favorite pickup of the entire summer. I actually bought this book from a fellow by the name of Dan Fogarty. Dan Fogarty, by the way, is the creator and publisher of the Underground Price Guide. Okay. There was one made back like in the earlier 80s or later 80s, mid 80s, somewhere, I don't know, 80s, which a lot of people still use as their guide, but his pricing is much more up to date. And for those of you who might be interested, there are 3 printings of this book. The first printing, purple starburst, blue background. The second and third printing, purple background, blue starburst. Purple, blue, second and third printing. Okay. So if you ever want to look for this was just so much fun to find. I was at a con. He was there. I got to his stand. He had this behind him. I pointed at it and I said, "That's mine." And we hit it off from there. We ended up talking for like 2.5 hours.
Nice.
So it was really great. It was a really good time. And that's it. That's all I wanted to show.
Very cool.
Nice. So I can show a small stack here if the lady's still getting ready some extra books.
Yeah, show your stack.
All right. So these are things from about the last month or so, because the last episode really didn't show a lot of that kind of stuff. So here we go. because it's Halloween coming up, this is the first appearance of the Invisible Man over at Marvel with Supernatural Thrillers #2. And I'm still looking for this. It's called Fright #3. It's the first cover appearance of Freddy Krueger, but since I can't find that, and the only way that I can is on eBay, and the prices really start around $150, and they go all the way up to about $300. So until I can find one otherwise in the wild, yeah, I guess I can stick with Nightmare on Elm Street: The Beginning from
That's
Innovation.
great, man.
And there's also this from Paranoid. This was
Avatar.
from Avatar. This thing here wound up. This was the last issue. There were supposed to be 3 issues, but the 3rd issue was never printed.
I think that's some of the earliest
Actually,
Juan
no,
Jose
not my
Rip
bad.
art.
This was supposed to be 3 issues, and the 3rd issue never got printed. It was only the first 2 because Innovation went out of business.
Yeah.
Just because you wind up having the IP that you can publish doesn't necessarily mean that your business is going to be sound.
Very true.
So a long time ago, there was a movie, excuse me, that was called Freaks. Back in 1929, I think that's when it came out. This thing was just horrifying to audiences. It was basically rated X. They made a comic book of it in the 90s. This is issue 2.
They sure did.
I don't have the issue 1 or 4, but at least I have the 1 and 2. And I can show this one here. I mean, she's still covered.
That's great.
But it's based off of the old 1920s movies, so they don't go completely overboard. Now,
What's the publisher on that?
Publisher on this is Monster Comics.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, early 90s stuff. I mean, there were plenty of publishers. Not all of them stuck around. Now, I had the entire series of this, but for some reason I didn't have the first issue. So, $5 pickup. Why not? This is the final issue of Green Lantern from the Ron Mars run.
Yeah.
I've been looking for this for a while. This gets me into a nice little collection of Daredevil.
Love.
Spidey cover.
Yes, sir.
And we have first cameo appearance of Kiss in Comics. This isn't the one that they wind up putting the blood stain on. That was the magazine. And we have the 3rd appearance of Morbius. Not that anybody really cares about that anymore because the movie was just eh. And we have the first time that Spider-Man meets the Werewolf by Night. And I followed it up with, and I know Lady will like this. Actually, she'll like the next couple here because it's because of her that I got it.
Uh-oh.
Realized a little late, this is all covers by Bill Sienkiewicz.
Yes, that's a great little mini, too.
And what a lot of people don't know, they're thinking Beauty and the Beast. It must be based off of that 1980s series that was on TV. No, this is a Doctor Doom story where it's Dazzler and the Beast.
It's nice.
And it's only a 4-issue run, so this thing was only $10 for the whole thing. So yes, please. They were all nice VF copies. So yes, absolutely, I will pick those up. Still got to read them though. I'm behind on basically everything. And then here we have, oh no, this was what I wanted to show. This was strictly because of Lady, because she was on The Hunt, which will also be on later tonight on YouTube. And I remember her winning with this book, Foofer, because who the fuck has Foofer? Oh wait, now Lady and myself, because we seem to have similar tastes.
Foofer 1.
Now this is a 2-parter. This is a Doctor Doom story in Incredible Hulk 143, 143 and 144. And they were pretty interesting for back at that time because Doom really would have had no shot. All right, here we have the final issue of Deathlock. And now that we just had the newest one-shot that just came out the other week, figured not be a bad idea to pick that one up. This was only like 8 or 9 issues, but the first issue was 15. So yeah, I'll pick that up.
That's a fun book.
Especially since I'm almost finished with Fantastic Four. When it comes to collectors that have so much stuff, it's well, what else is there that's tangential to what we're picking up?
Right.
And like Iron Man. So for Thor's Day, I can post that book.
Sick.
There's a classic Robot Thor versus Iron Man because hey, back in the 1970s and 60s, just about everybody was a robot.
About once.
LMD, Life Model Decoy.
That's
Next
right.
we have a Supergirl cover from Adventure Comics.
That's
Aw.
awesome.
It's a 7.5. I don't mind that. And then last one I want to show from this chunk. I told you I was going to go real fast with these. This is the first time that Neil Adams did a cover for the Batman title because he was doing stuff for Brave and the Bold, and that's what people were reading. You had readers writing into DC saying, put this guy on the main book, put him on the main book. It's like, okay, fine, I'll put him on the cover,
And
but
it's
no
a banger.
interiors.
Love, love,
Oh, are you
love.
saying this is a banger? No. I have the top 10 coming up very soon towards the end of the show. We're going to be keeping this to about an hour. So that's my first chunk. And my second chunk is going to be the top 10. So, lady, are you ready to go on with your
Yeah.
chunk?
So this chunk is like chunk of older stuff, but I'll show you stuff that I've acquired. Before I do that, though, I picked up this Geiger 1B cover. It's Eric Larson, actually. I saw
Love
it and
it.
I was like, hey, that's fun. Let's grab it. Also, I got my entire run of Santos Sisters signed by the author.
That's such a fun book, man.
First print, second print, like, dude, I got it all done. And Miracleman, did I
Are yours
show you
autographed?
every single one? I got him to autograph every single one.
What?
Yeah, I met him in Nashville.
What?
He came
When did he show up?
He came to a small print, comics print and press festival at Vanderbilt.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, and so he signed every single one of my issues, and he gave me a bunch of swag.
Wow.
A bunch of swag. Grab and bake. See? The greatest one is so did I show you Miracleman? I have an ad in this.
What?
Oh, yeah, you got to show him.
I gotta see it because I have every issue of that run.
It was worth it. However much you paid, it was worth it.
30 American dollars.
Do you have the American Nature book?
Yeah.
Nice.
And hold on. Oh shit. Here. Signed.
Wow, that's awesome.
I know. I'm so cool. Here we go.
What the fuck? That is
For
awesome.
those that will listen to this on a podcast, open it back again. What it reads is, I'm witnessing end stage capitalism, and all I got was this crummy ad space. Lady F. Nice.
Beautiful.
So, anyways, yeah, Floating World Comics. If you want to get these books, they're for sale. floatingworldcomics.com. But it was really cool to get to meet the writer. The artist. He was just nice enough. He signed all my stuff for free, and it was just a really cool experience, and he was a really nice person. And
Floating World is doing some awesome comics right now.
yeah, go to floatingworld.com and check out their stuff. Okay, so here's my older chunk of stuff that I've gotten that maybe I haven't shown you. Our Fighting Forces 120.
You're picking up war books too now?
Yes, jerk, I told you I was.
Oh,
So here's this
need
one.
that.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes,
That
it
was
is.
nice.
I found this one for $3.95.
Great
So,
cover.
yeah, origin story of the unknown soldier. What up, Spock man? Had to get this one because it was so crazy. It was like,
Wait a second, lady.
what's that?
Twinsies.
Oh yeah, twinsies. Hold on.
There you go.
Rob and I got this around the same exact time. That's what's so weird about it. War is beautiful. But anyways, yeah, there's that. This is issue 249. There's that little kid in there, and there's dead Nazis, and then there's some Americans like, we're gonna throw some freaking bombs in there. It's crazy. There's like
Only good Nazi's a dead Nazi.
yeah. And then we got our Army at War 262. Just a nice cover. I picked this up because it was on the low, and I love this cover. Don Newton goodness. It's an iconic cover for me. America, yeah. But also I found the King comics.
Ah, that's great.
Yeah.
I know.
That's great.
I know. Smash in the face. No worries. The mad respect. I appreciate you. Got this.
Ooh.
Ripley's Believe It or Not. The Headless Conquistador. Come on, man. Isn't that freaking hilarious?
I don't know how you can look at a Gold Key comic and not want it.
These things are irresistible for me.
Yeah, same.
They're just irresistible.
Yeah.
And also some of these,
Oh yeah.
I had to get it because of the cat, man. I can't help it, bro. I'm a
Hero covers from the 60s.
This is either 60s or early 70s, not quite sure. Maybe 68. It's a 12 center, so yeah. Oh, I had to show you this. It's a Spire Christian comic. You're gonna crack up, Miracleman.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. That's great.
I couldn't believe when I found it. I laughed
Love
so
it.
hard.
Yeah, cross between Dick Tracy and Sherlock Holmes.
No, yeah, nobody.
That's a real guy. That's a real football coach.
Tom Landry he's a real dude. That was the coach. Okay, now I have 2 Golden Age books. Miracleman, I don't think you've seen either one of them.
Ooh, I want to see him.
This one is 1952 by Magazine Enterprises, ME.
Ooh.
And it's a Dick Ayers cover.
Ooh. You said Magazine Enterprises. That had my attention.
Warning. Banger alert. Bang. Worth it.
That's fucking gorgeous.
Number 8.
That's incredible.
Can you believe it? How fucking beautiful is that?
That is incredible.
Sorry, this is not for kids. Sorry, we said the bad words. We're not monetized. Okay, so there's this. This is one of my Golden Age, and then I got another Golden Age because I said I wanted one. This is a Jack Davis cover.
Oh.
Tales from the Crypt, number 32.
Oh my God, that's incredible. That's a fucking stunner.
Dude, and it's like a fucking 7.0. It's insane.
Where did you even find that book?
I have connections. It's from a guy. I got both of these books from him.
Wow.
Yeah. And he just an average guy who was a cop. He's retired now, but he had to save up and he got a lot of books and he's either upgraded or trying to get rid of certain things. Airboy Comics.
Yeah.
Airboy the Barbarian. That's his name. Airboy the Barbarian.
I think I've seen him sell on Strictly or one of those channels.
Yes. He is a super nice guy. And he let me do payment plans to get these pieces of history. Because that's what they are to me, are pieces of history.
Oh, yeah.
And like this one is insanely beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
Oh, yes.
The fact that it's a Jack Davis just makes it even better. That's incredible.
God.
And it's good girl art.
It's good girl art. It's just crazy. I love it. So anyways, I always wanted a Tales of the Crypt or a nice EC comic. And so I finally
They're hard to get. They're hard to get. At least, if you don't want to sell your car.
And especially in nice shape, they're even harder. So
that's
tough.
That's
all I got.
That's great. That's great.
I have 0 EC comics. I always figured Slippery Slope started with War, and now I have almost a long box, and with Bill, I'll probably have a full another long box.
Mm-hmm.
And just to be able to pick up those old EC, it feels like it would cost at least one long box of War books just for one EC.
Well, if you stay focused and you say, I just want to commit to this, maybe get on a payment plan, but that's what you got to do.
Right.
Thank you, Seeking Superman. I appreciate you, sir.
I
And you are now being added as a mod.
I actually have 2 more to show.
Do
Yep,
it.
let's see 'em.
it. So again, you all know I like my weird books, right?
We do.
And I'm a big DC guy, right?
You are.
Yes.
So there was, I believe he was a blogger. Okay, like was doing this back when blogging was a thing, right? Was one of the was a comic fan. I don't want to say his last name wrong. Zoom Yumikaro, or I'm gonna say his name wrong. Zoom. Okay, he did a show. He had a lot of friends on there, and he's a big DC fan, right?
Yeah.
He passed away recently. But
Okay.
while he was still doing his show, what he would do is he would make fake. You guys remember Who's Who's?
Oh yeah.
No.
He would make new Who's Who entries for DC characters who never had Who's Who's.
Oh yeah.
And after he passed away, his friends gathered them up and made 2 issues of Zoom's Who.
That is amazing.
This is the creator, Zoom. Okay. And if I'm
Looks
saying
like Bash the Stampede.
That's great.
if I'm saying the name wrong, I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody who might see this.
That is great.
Frankly, he has my undying admiration. This is picture perfect to an original DC Who's Who. And he has put obscure characters that you would have to be a real deep DC head for. You know who that character is right there? That character's name is Quisp. See that? Quisp. That's his name.
Wasn't he in Green Lantern #2 from Volume 2 in the 60s?
I think so. You see who these 2 kids here? You see what they're holding? Do you know who these 2 kids are?
Whiz
These
Kids.
are the TRS-80 Whiz Kids from the Radio Shack giveaway comics that they did. And look at the interiors. Now he couldn't get a newsprint.
Lady Cop.
Yes.
Oh shit, she deserved one so bad.
She's so
I
good.
cheered. Oh shit.
Look at this.
Firestorm got left out.
Well,
These
see,
guys-
I think these are friends. So I think some of these characters were created. See this, the line it is drawn. I think that was his show. His first appearance was the line it is drawn. It has the Earth 2 Aquaman, because that character was distinct from the Earth 1 Aquaman.
Oh, he's keeping it freaking.
Woozy Winks never got it Who's Who because he was cut out of the. This is Earth 1 Wonder Woman, because she was different than New Earth Wonder Woman. There's the Superwoman from the DC Comics Presents. Just Nubia. She's become a bigger character now, but she was totally forgotten about during Who's Who.
Yeah, nobody didn't give a diddly for Nubia forever.
Nobody cared. And look, here's the issue.
He had a handful of appearances.
Look,
that's Sugar and Spike.
Yes. Those there are some of those. Isn't it Sugar and Spice?
Sugar and Spice, maybe.
Yeah.
Or Sugar and Spike. No, it's Sugar and Spike.
Is it?
Right?
Spike.
Superman.
Spike?
Look at this. Yeah, Spike. Look, you see right there. Sugar and
My
Spike.
LCS have some of those showcases that show the Sugar and Spike.
Nice. That's Dr. Canis from Commandy.
Wow. And
that's
Harley Joker.
That's Joker's daughter.
Yeah.
That's Rima the Jungle Girl.
That's Rima?
Yep. That's Atlas from first issue special. There's the Element Girl. Just look, I don't know if you can still get these.
Who's the chicken? That's Rima on the right.
Which one?
Or no, who's
right
the
there?
one on the
No,
right?
that's not Rima.
Who's she?
That's
Giganta?
Giganta. That's the original Giganta.
Seems like
Still need a Wonder Woman 9.
Right, that's the Sand Superman, because Superman turned into sand multiple times, so he gave him his own fucking Who's Who entry. I mean, and again, just look how fucking beautiful this is.
So you're pretty excited about this.
Oh,
this is pretty. Is that Granny Goodness?
No, not
Gold
Granny Goodness.
Eagle.
Although I think she was in the original one. But there's the Element Girl link entry. Look at that's clearly drawn by Jack Kirby, Dr. Canis.
Yeah,
Here's the Dingbats.
Element Girl. Yeah.
Yeah,
Woo!
yeah, I got that over the summer too, I think. But look at that. Look, just fucking. Oh my god, it was so cool. I honestly, when I heard that they had made one and I missed out on it. They made one issue and I had missed out on this one. This is, if you look, this actually says special encore presentation.
Wow.
That's because that's technically a second printing. But
Yeah,
it's the first.
Superman says, "Need this in my collection. This is not a want. This is a need."
Yeah, next time I'm here, I'll see if I can. You know what? You go ahead and I'll see if I can track it down so I can put. If you're on Blue Sky, the son or the guy who printed them is on Blue Sky. Give me 1 second. I'll see if I can find it. You go ahead and you show whatever you want to show next. And let me look this up. See if I can find it. I'll put it in the chat.
What's Blue Sky?
Blue Sky is the Twitter replacement.
Oh,
For the most part, it's the one where like 1 out of every 80 people on Twitter might be using it. I'm on it, but let's see what you got, lady.
that's all. I showed my shit.
Oh, I thought you were going to show more.
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, while he's looking things up, I guess might as well go to the new. Oh, we have Devil Flyer Momentum. Good to see you, my friend. Hail, Devil Flyer. Hey,
Hail.
Devil Flyer.
Hail,
All right, so should I do the top 10 right now?
Do
All right.
something. Who cares?
So, while Miracle Man's looking, this is going to be a new segment that we do here on Not Near Mint. This is going to be the top 10 comics that are based off of CovrPrice and CLZ. If you subscribe to CLZ and you subscribe to CovrPrice, you can link them together. And whenever you want to do the update for your pricing, whether you have 5 comics or 5,000 or 50,000 or 500,000, it'll update all of them and tell you how much things have gone up or down based on the approximate grade that you've attached to it. This can apply to whether it's a graded comic or just a raw comic, which, as you see behind me, is all raw comics. So this is going to be the top 10 comics based on the list that I hit update for, because every Sunday on my Twitter, I post usually in the morning, sometimes early in the afternoon. Really, it's when I get up. So this is going to be the top 10. Here we go. So we have for number 10 on our top 10 comics. So here we go. Number 10. This is Flash 106. This is the first appearance of Gorilla Grodd and the Pied Piper. This is 3.0, good or very good. This, somebody paid $360. It has dropped by $150. So if you're trying to pick up one of these kind of books, you can probably find it for less right now. And let's face it, when books are dropping, that's when you can wind up getting a good bargain.
I don't
Because
think
while
Rob,
everybody else,
he doesn't own a single slab, do you, Rob?
no, not a single one. Yeah, Rob loves slabbing.
He does.
So number 9, I just saw that Lady Fantastic sold this a little while back, so maybe it's a good time for her to upgrade. Because here we have Fantastic Four number 52, first appearance of Black Panther. This is in a VG 4.5. It's now going for online $420. Somebody just paid for this recently. That's a drop of about $81. And as I keep saying, when books drop because the stock market has gone down, but it's been really up this week. So this weekend, if you're trying to buy something on a Sunday on eBay, chances are you're going to be competing with the tech bros. Next up, we have Showcase 73. This is the first appearance of the Creeper. This is in a 5.0 VG fine. It's you could probably get this for $43. Somebody did this week. That's a drop of $61. So if you want a nice VG copy, now's the time.
You know what I'm gonna do, Rob? Is actually
I'm
getting ready to unpacking shit, and I'm gonna show your stack because I'm packing your chunk.
Ooh, I'm going to need to do that hopefully by next week. I definitely want to get it out before Halloween because it keeps turning into Christmas and then I wind up sending it out after Christmas. It's just a whole big thing. Now you're going to laugh at me for this because I got this for CovrPrice way back in the day, but wow, this had a bit of a drop. Number 7, this is Spawn number 175. This is the second appearance of the gunslinger Spawn. The issue before it, if you look on the side in his first appearance, they misspell Spawn by interchanging the A and the W, so it's Spawn. So
right.
at a VF minus, this is going for $150. Somebody got a pretty good deal this week because Spawn, I've never really been into reading it, but hey, it definitely looks pretty. So at $150, it dropped by 57, so you could probably get a deal on that this week. Now, number 6 is the first appearance of Kite Man. This is also the third appearance of Bat Knight. This in a VG minus, that's a 3.5 raw book. You could probably get this for $83. How do I know that? Because somebody picked it up this week on eBay. And this is how CovrPrice determines if something's gone up or down. They do take a look at the monthly average over the course of about 6 months. And there's people over on CovrPrice on YouTube that are doing that right now, I imagine, that are doing a show because CovrPrice now just started doing regular YouTube stuff. So check out their channel. It's definitely worth checking out just for the information alone. Now, number 5, because those are the books that have dropped in price. Now, books, when they drop price, that's when you're going to get a deal. So if you pay attention to my bottom 5, you'll know now's probably the time to at least put a search out for it or at least put out a eBay alert. Now, number 5 is DC Comics Presents 26. This is the first appearance of the new Teen Titans. It's actually the first appearance of Cyborg, Raven, and Starfire. This came out in 1980 at a near mint. This goes for $180. It has gone up by $50 this week just based on the news that there's a new Teen Titans movie coming, and they're likely going to be using the old Marv Wolfman, George Perez title. Now, next we have for number 4, this is the Thor 193. This is the classic Silver Surfer versus Thor cover. Now, if you wanted to get yourself a Silver Surfer number 4, you're going to be paying at least $500 and up, even for a crap tier grade copy. But if you're trying to find something like this, Thor number 193 at a 7.0, that's pretty much around a fair VF 1971 book, going for about $80 in this grade. It's been up $54. That might just be as a result of, hey, I can't afford a Silver Surfer 4, so this is the poor man's version. It's like Hulk 181 and a Hulk 340. Now, next we have number 3. You saw this in our graphic. This is Avengers 57, the first appearance of Ultron.
I love that book.
I meant to put in there first appearance of Vision and second appearance of Ultron, but I was preparing right before the show, so sometimes there might be a misprint. Next show, I promise to do better. So this in a 7.0, that's a fine VF 1968 book. This goes for about $520. It's up $65, and that's mostly because of the fact they are going to be including Ultron back in the Marvel Universe somehow. So people are wanting it. Next up, we have number 2, Batman, The Dark Knight Returns. Number 1, this is the first appearance of Carrie Kelly, who is the future Robin and the first mutants and the mutant leader. Now, this is from 1986 in a 7.5 or a VF minus. You can get this for $197. This thing, somebody paid a little too much this week. You can usually get these for under $100. So some of the higher grade ones, or maybe somebody just thought they were getting a better deal than they were, and they were ready to pull the trigger. So maybe now's not the time to be getting this unless you can find a good price, because this thing's up $87. Now, the final book this week, yeah, I know. And this is just based off of hitting that update feature in CLZ that'll just spit out whatever it spits out. Sometimes it's spot on, and sometimes it's because somebody just might have overpaid. A few weeks ago, there was a DC Universe variant for a Green Lantern that somebody paid about $180. It's a $15 book.
Fucking Christ.
Exactly. If you don't know, you're going to overspend. So it helps to do some research. If you see something in the store and it's overpriced, it's not like any of these things out there are underprinted. Most of these comics have a print run of 30, 50, 80,000 of them. It's rare when you find something like, I don't know, Cursed Witch Pirate Girl. I think that's what it's called, from Comixology back in like last...
Zu's Who.
Cursed Pirate Girl. But
Cursed Pirate Girl.
Right.
Now, number 1, They're coming out with a TV series. You already had James Tinian post the script title for the second episode, so this is being made already. This came out back.
Did you hear there's going to be a parallel series to that? It's called Something is Itching My Boobies.
Oh, I'll watch that. Well, get this. This week, somebody paid $529 for a raw copy of a Near Mint book. I don't know if they're expecting this to be in a 9.8 and they can make significantly more like they did back in 2021, 2022. But this thing is up $125. Maybe now's not the proper time to get it. But then again, I once said that about The Walking Dead, and The Walking Dead blew the hell up. It's back down, but it's still over $1,000. And those are the top 10 books this week. Nice. Now, I think that Miracleman might have a few more books, and then I will play some of the new books that came out this week with a music video and close out the show. Otherwise, Miracleman, do you have any more books there?
I mean, I didn't show really most of the new stuff I got. You want to see that real quick?
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me one sec.
Ugh, I'm tired. I have had the longest week.
And it's only not even fully through the month. It feels like there's several more months before we can finally exhale around Thanksgiving. But what I do know about Thanksgiving and Christmas, when it comes to buying books, if there's ever a book that you want to get, the biggest tip I always give people, wait till the stock market drops by about 200, 300, 500 points, and Bitcoin is up, because the tech bros, the investor class type of collector, they're going to be offering competition. And let's face it, we are not millionaires. We do not have that kind of equity. So when the stock market's significantly down, you don't have that competition. But also, right after Christmas, that's when people have spent the most amount of money, and then they realize, oh crap, I have got to recoup those costs, and they start putting up books. We've just been seeing recently Amazing Spider-Man #2, copies of that have been going up raw, and they've been selling. They've been selling high, sometimes higher than above average, but people are liquidating their stock because they need the money. So right after Christmas, that's when you put those searches out there. You save your money for right after Christmas. And after the first of the year, come the 5th, well, that's when rent's due.
You know what?
So people are going to need money.
You're not the only person that has called me lazy fantastic. Talking in your mouth.
All right.
Who lazy? Oh wow, there's a lot of comments here.
All right. Let me show you what I got here. So I got a bunch.
Yeah, let's see.
I got a big stack. I'm not going to show them all off because some of them are from previous weeks. I had fallen behind a little bit because of some traveling and whatnot. But I'll show you, and it's a lot of DC stuff. So Seeking Superman, I hope you enjoy. I don't know if anybody's reading this, but this is a Black Label Plastic Man series. That's the second issue there. Plastic Man No More. Plastic Man is dying. I don't know if he's really going to die or not, but it's been great.
Fun fact, Plastic Man is in pain whenever he uses his power, whereas Elongated Man feels nothing.
Right. DC's I Know What You Did Last Crisis. This is great. It's an anthology series. Of course, I had to get the Pretty Lady cover.
Pretty Lady.
Who
did that art?
Series. I think Lyrics. Is that Lyrics?
I don't know. If I had to guess, I would say Middleton, but I don't know. There's a bunch of really good artists that have come to DC lately.
Ejiker.
Ejiker.
I don't know.
Ejiker.
I don't know. I remember Billy.
Ikure. Ejiker. Ejiker. Fuck. Listen, I'm not trying to make fun of the guy's name. I don't know what it is, but that's how you spell it.
My last name is Worst. 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 I have no position to be talking about other people's names.
That's fair. This was the new DC horror Creature Commandos. Like, listen, you know what? Look, I didn't know if I was really going to be interested in this one. I have the original Creature Commando stuff. It holds a special place in my heart. I was reading it as it was coming out as a kid. And I didn't know if I was really going to be into this one, but, good on DC for having a fucking comic out to go along with the fucking multimedia products that they're putting out. December,
Ouch.
we're getting the Creature Commandos animated film. They're going to have a comic on the shelves. Just well done planning ahead for once, DC. Okay.
Yeah, I actually have to congratulate them on that because when it comes to synergy, it's here's the movie and here's the comic book 6 months later after it's already hit video.
Right. So y'all remember that series, The Nice House on the Lake?
Yep.
This is the sequel, The Nice House by the Sea. And as you can see, yes, the world is still destroyed. So Nice House by the Lake was about a group of people that were saved from the end of the world by an alien that they had known their whole lives but didn't realize. They grew up with him. And he saved all of them when the world ended. And Nice House by the Sea, you find out, well, there turns out that there's other groups of people who are still alive.
I think at the end of the last series, they said yes, but I don't want to spoil too much because I haven't read these issues yet. I'm waiting for it to finish.
Wait, it's so good. And then, I've been hyped for this. This was a 12-issue series. I think it took 43 years to finish. Justice Society of America, the last issue came out. That's the Todd Knock variant. I love Todd Knock. I know he's not for everybody, but I love him. He was the Young Justice artist. So I think the Young Justice Society is perfect for him to draw.
I'm hearing that the 13th issue, they're just going to continue it, but it won't be Jeff Johns. I can't remember who's writing it.
I think it's a #1, and it's going to be what's that guy that Whack likes? Lemire. Jeff Lemire.
Hey.
Yeah, Jeff.
And there's another Jeff the Cantonese comic kid.
Hey. For Marvel, I got Get Fury #6. It's the last issue. It's one of their Max books. This is great. It's Garth Ennis and Jason Burrows. If you see Garth Ennis and Jason Burrows working on something, there's two things you should know. One, it's going to be violent as fuck. Two, it's going to be awesome as fuck. All right. By literally
in the third issue, they also introduced Nick Fury's daughter.
They do. But it's a Max book, so that could matter. It could just be thrown away. It doesn't mean anything. I collected the original run of this. I Hate Fairyland. This is the sequel. The magic's gone, man. They just need to Scotty just needs to let this book die. I hate to say it, but Scotty just
the whole series. I have not read the second.
The first one was phenomenal. The second one, it needed to find its footing. It found its footing. It's fun again. I fear he's going to undo the good things that he did. Like at this point, I think it's like, let's just get to an end and then walk away, ongoings. I don't know if this is a book for an ongoing. I think this is a great book. I did get All In. I showed that one already, Seeking Superman. I already showed. Fuck yeah, man. I got All In, dude. Hold on. Kind of rookie ass DC fan you think I am, fam? I got one right there. Look at that. That's centerfold, huh? That's centerfold. But yeah, I love it. It's fun, but it's just time to go. Okay, 4 more. Look, Magma Comics. All right, Magma. See, Magma. See that? Magma Comics. If it says Magma Comics, it's probably going to be a really good fucking story. They just came out this year. They've done, what's this? The 5th or 6th series. One of the first ones they did was called The Principles of Necromancy. Oh my God, it was so good. It was the top of the read pile book. Every time it was out, first book I read. It's okay. That's okay, Seeking Superman. I'm just giving you a hard time. This Night of the Slashers. These are all slasher killers, right? In this book. Seriously, Scale Trade. It was about underground dragon scale, black market. All of their books have been great so far. Everyone I've seen, everyone. Pick this one up. Give it a shot. If you go in and you see Magma, flip through it. Take a look, see if you like it. Hyde Street. This is another one of the John's Ghost Machine books. I don't know if this one ties to the other Ghost Machine ones, but this one is setting us up for a really great story. I really enjoyed it. It was fantastic. Look, Mark Millar, he moved to Dark Horse. Look, listen, Mark Millar is a
As long as it's not wanted.
Mark Millar is kind of a dickhead.
Yes.
All right. Not even kind of. Mark Millar is a massive prick.
All right.
I believe his fellow creators really like working with him, and that's great. Like, all right, he's good. That's to me, ultimately, that's what matters. I won't normally talk about his books, but I do enjoy his books, and you know why I enjoy them?
Are they good stories?
Good
Yes.
setup and can't stick the landing.
Here's the thing I've noticed about Mark Millar, and it's getting more and more prevalent. I read all the Mark Millar stuff that came out over the years: Kick-Ass, Wanted, the original Nemesis, all the Magic Orders, Jupiter's Legacy. Hell, I even read the Unfunnies, which I strongly recommend you do not look that book up and read it. Okay, he has even scrubbed it from his website. Okay, it is fucking awful. Don't read that book.
And it's hard to find too.
It is hard to find.
Not that you should look for it.
Don't fucking look for that book. Don't fucking look for it. But look, I've read all of his stuff. Every book from Mark Millar is the same thing, right? The book starts out, something horrible happens to the main character. There's no way they can overcome it. The villain has won, or the antagonist has won, because the villain is the main character in this one. The antagonist to the main character is one. There's no way to overcome it, and that goes all the way through the series, right up until the last issue, which is double size, and some fucking MacGuffin comes out of nowhere.
Fucking MacGuffin.
Some Deus Ex Machina shit. Every fucking story. Every fucking story. It's never. There's not one fucking story that Mark Millar writes anymore that a MacGuffin doesn't save him. In the last issue, that's double sized. And you know why it's fucking double sized? Because Mark writes these stories and he gets fucking lost in the middle of them, and he's like, I gotta get the fuck out of the story. I gotta close it at 6 issues. Because Mark writes everything for fucking trades. He's that fucking asshole, right? On top of being a prick. But look, I still like his comics and I still read them. I liked Big Game. I thought that was fun. If you've been a longtime fan of Millar's work, Big Game was a great payoff. But fuck Mark Millar in the face.
Cool.
Last book I'm going to show. The Tin Can Society from Image. This is a new book that came out this week for the second time. That's right. I said it's a new book that came out this week for the second time.
What?
Here's what I mean.
It's a 9-issue series. I remember it being solicited.
Yes. They shipped it a couple weeks ago. And then they found out after shipping it, all the pages were in the wrong order.
Nice.
If you can find all the pages in the wrong order copy, get one, because that's going to be a fucking thing in a couple of years. But
it's just like Jenny Zero a couple of years ago. They released the first issue and it was all wrong ordered. And now you can find it for about the same as the regular cover.
Right. It's going to pop for a minute. Though. So the Tin Can Society, what this is about, this is a superhero murder mystery.
Interesting. Are you reading Ginny Sparks?
Of course I'm reading Jenny Sparks. What kind of goddamn animal do you think I am?
I'm sorry I even asked, bro.
Yeah, no, I love it. It's fantastic. It's been very enjoyable.
She once dated Superman.
She didn't date him.
She just
they had a snog.
Copulated.
They copulated in the fopulated.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? What was it that we were going to call it? We were talking about it before the show. What were we going to call it?
Motorboating.
What's that?
Motorboating. I forgot the word already.
I forgot it too. We'll have to come up with it so we can talk about it next show.
Okay. Steamboating.
Steamboating. That's it. They did a lot of steamboating in the sheets. And Superman, being Superman, he tried to call her, and Jenny totally ghosted Superman. Who sleeps with Superman and then ghosts him?
Jenny.
Jenny.
The spirit of the 21st century.
Jennies don't have a very good reputation as far
Jenny on the Block.
And then Jenny from Forrest Gump.
Right.
The true villain of Forrest Gump.
The true villain of Forrest Gump. Fucking A. Yeah, no. But that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got to show.
Cool.
All right. Lady, do you have any other books?
Done, bro.
All right. So I guess we'll close out the show. Is there any appearances anybody's making coming up over the next week?
No.
I don't do appearances anymore.
I'll be around. I'll be in the chats here and there.
Yeah, well, hopefully Jigs will be coming
Oh,
back
yeah.
soon. Right now, he is helping out those people in North Carolina, bringing them water, doing assistance. He's doing the Lord's work, as I guess they would say.
Yeah.
And once he comes back, usually he does shows 10:05 on Wednesday nights. And we moved the show from Wednesday because working a day job where sometimes it's 60, 80 hours a week, we just need to focus on making money so we can afford this so that we can entertain you all. So we're going to close out the show tonight by showing you the comics that came out this week. Now, the person that did the music for this, we're going to throw that up on the screen here and load it up. And here it is, your moment of Zen. This is New Comic Day music by Jajaro and Pitch featuring Adara Invisible. And good night.
All right, guys, be safe.
Oh, where'd it go?
I mean, maybe it is. No sound.
He muted us. I muted myself. Sorry, we can't hear it. But we love you, Rob. Here, let's play some music.
Are you sure we're muted?
Huh?
Yeah, these things get like 5 views on my Twitter, so I figured maybe another 5 people will watch it.
I guess.
Are we muted? I don't know if we're muted.
We're not muted.
No, we're not muted anymore.
Everybody can hear us. We were just being idiots, and everybody could hear us the whole time. Well,
we're really good at it, though.
It's normal, I guess.
Is this one single new comic book day for you, Rob? I'm gonna.
This is one single new comic book day. This was all the pickups on Wednesday.
Stop buying books that you're not reading.
Thank you. I'll be
Stop doing it.
DJing at the local club.
I'm too old to be a DJ. This is the only way I'll be able to do it.
That was hot.
Hey, DJ Wise, this is Jaro and Pitch.
I just feel like I'm
Adara.
stimming like someone on the spectrum or something. Just like making vocal noises.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, superstar. The Deviant, Popeye.
Look at this guy. Look at you still buying all those Spawn books. Stop buying the Spawn books.
Do not buy any more Spawn. You have a problem.
I need to get rid of them. I need to find somebody that will offload all the Spawn, especially that Spawn 175. I'll take half of what it's worth. I'll take even less. Just get it out of here. All right, that's the show for tonight. We will be back next Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's our new time. Thank you very much. We will see you again next week.
Corn dog.
Hi, ladies album. Good night. Love you all. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. If you want to see this episode again, along with a catalog of back episodes and issues, surf on over to Not Near Mint on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe and hit that bell for notifications.